I bet when all of you watch this and I ask you to think about a time in your life that you felt that you were truly happy, and not just like a moment, I mean like a full time period, like maybe a couple months, even years. If I asked you to think about the last time that you were truly happy, most of you would say it was many years ago. Maybe for like elementary school, maybe even in middle school, but probably not, mostly elementary school. And that was at least what? Like, I don't even want to say it, but at least like 6 or 7 years ago. I mean, maybe it's more like eight, actually. I guess, yeah, we'll just say 8 years. 8 years ago um was elementary school for me, and probably most of you watching this. Um, I mean, it was just better times, before COVID hit. Um, just everything before the 2020s decade started. It just felt better. Everything in the world felt better. And ever since 2020 started, we've just been going downhill. I mean, everything in the past 5 years is is just bad. It's just bad, like genuinely. I mean, I want to blame most of it on like how social media and politics and all of this stuff has gotten in the way of like developing, um how it's really influenced my developing years. And I think that is true to an extent, but also it's everything else like along with it. I mean, some of the times where I felt my happiest were when I was gaming. Now gaming feels like a chore. Most games that come out these days are bad. I mean, you don't really have fun anymore. You're just there so that the developers can use you for their microtransactions and keep you engaged on the game with their stupid matchmaking systems. At least that's what every live service game feels like. And then I don't know, it's just movies, there's been very few good movies. I mean, everything is just, I feel like, especially in the entertainment industry, which is probably the one of the main ways for us to stay distracted from everything else that's going on in the world. And you can't even do that anymore. It's not possible because all of it has made its way into the entertainment industry and you can't avoid it. Everything is just everything's just so bad, you know? I mean, most of you and definitely me feel miserable waking up every day dealing with the same problems over and over again that we know are never going to get fixed. They're just going to keep getting worse. You know, we're all running out of hope and nobody wants to do anything about it. We're all so indifferent and apathetic and complacent about everything happening around us. I mean, current events come and go, even if it's the most heinous thing ever. I'm sure these files that everyone is talking about, as much as people don't want to sweep it under the rug, they're going to get swept under the rug. And all the people that were involved that needed to be arrested, whatever, they're not going to get their punishment. I mean, the world's just going to keep having their way with us, and there's not much that we can do about it. Nobody's stepping up to do anything. I mean, honestly, we can't, you know? Even our founding fathers told us that this kind of behavior with our government deserved revolting. We were required to revolt against this, start our own revolution, take our control back. And it's not going to happen. Everything's just going to keep getting worse. Even after this AI bubble supposedly pops, that's not going to stop every other problem in the world. Speaking of AI, I was watching a video today about how Gen Alpha children are so sucked into their content, especially the AI generated content like Italian brain rot and stuff, and all these stupid cat videos and whatever else you can think of that's AI generated, and it's consuming them. They don't know how to read. They don't know how to do math. They don't know how to exist without, ChatGPT or watching TikTok or whatever. We are just going so far downhill. I think it was either Gen Z or Gen Alpha. I forgot which one it was. But, we do IQ tests for every generation. And we had progressively been getting smarter, with higher and higher IQs as the generations went on. And I'm pretty sure with either Gen Z or Gen Alpha, we actually went down for the first time in a long time. And it's clear, you see all these people out and they're just complete idiots and they don't know how to exist anymore. We become so dependent on these stupid things, and it's like all the people in power, they've got us right where they want us. It just sucks, man, because I don't know what you can do about it. You alone are not going to start a revolution. You are not going to be the change that the world needs to see. And I hate to be so negative about it. I hate to be negative about everything, but there's just really no other way to see this. Being positive doesn't work anymore. It's not. You keep having a positive outlook on everything, and everything just keeps getting worse. And you just watch it keep getting worse in front of you with nothing that you can do about it. You're helpless. Genuinely, what is going on? The other thing I wanted to talk about, the halftime show. A lot of people were saying it was really good. Obviously, I don't speak Spanish. I didn't even watch the halftime show, to be honest. I only saw the ending. With the when Bad Bunny was shouting out all the countries, and he had all the flags and everything. And on the Jumbotron, it said, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love." And I saw that, and I was like, I thought it was interesting because, similar types of things have been said in the past few generations. Love always prevails over hate. It's one of the main teachings of Catholicism, Christianity, and I don't believe it anymore. I don't. There's so many evil things that happen every single day, and they don't stop. No matter how much good you do, the evil is always there. and it is always prevailing. And it will continue to prevail. And we'll see it continue to prevail for a long time. I feel like all the division, the conflict, the horrible crimes, just these immoral people, you can't escape them. You can't beat them. There's nothing you can do to beat them. You can't overpower hate with love. It doesn't work. And people are always like, it doesn't cost anything to be kind. It definitely doesn't cost anything to hate either. And that's all you see these days on the internet. It's just people hating on each other, hating on everything. Everything sucks. And part of it is for good reason, A lot of things do suck these days. But some of it is just hating just to hate, Some of it is literally, there's no point in hating, but they do it anyway. And that's just how you know that evil is prevailing right now. And it's going to stay that way. I don't have any faith anymore. I said that in my last video. Actually, it might have been 2 videos ago. I think it was 2 videos ago. But I said, I was losing hope in humanity and everything in my life. And I thought I was at rock bottom. And it just keeps getting lower. And I think that's just like the theme for these past few years, You think it's already the worst that it can be, and it keeps getting worse. I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? The sheer ability for everything to just keep getting worse. It's genuinely appalling. And I don't know what you can do about it. You can't do anything about it. You can't stop it. It's never going to stop. Not until you die. And you're free from this world. And even then, you might still not even be free from it. Who knows?